LSU football back on the practice field this morning. Brian Kelly with a little update on how spring practice is going.
So it was important that we kind of made sure that we hit it with another coat of paint, if you will, because we didn't want to move too quickly past some of the real important principles of building our program and our process. So we've gone slowly. We've kind of gone over the same things that we did last year with this team, so we're building that foundation stronger. But we had a lot of new faces that we wanted to make sure we got things right with them. And I'm glad we did, because there were some things that were not, exactly the way I wanted them in terms of the way we practiced the first few days, and they've picked up and understand that now.
Last year, they were in the getting to know you phase. This year has been the longest spring practice that I can ever remember. And they did it on purpose, and I think it's a great idea. More time in between the practices. They're just, again, they're putting in the things, the core beliefs that they want. They don't have all their players. They don't have anything close to all their players. But the ones that are out there, it seems like they are getting, it feels like a summer school type of schedule, but spread out. Like you're doing this every day. Like you got to go to summer school every day when you're in college, instead of 3 times a week like you do in a regular semester, except that it's every day for probably twice as long. That's what it seems like here. Hopefully that'll pay dividends. The other thing that they've got going for them here in the spring is this gives them, I think, a wide-angle lens at what the roster looks like. They know what they're missing from injuries and the guys that aren't here yet. It does give them a chance to fill in the holes. Places on the roster where backups are getting significant reps in spring, to where if you can count on them. And that's important in regards to the transfer portal, because whatever they don't have on the roster right now that is not going to be fixed by what is coming back in the fall, they got to go out and fill in the transfer portal, and Kelly addressed that.
There's a couple of needs on defense, and I think we're still, maybe interested on the offensive line. I think there's still an interest to add to our offense. But I would say that we're guarded at this period of time as to, somebody that's going to make a difference in an LSU football lineup. These are probably going to be guys that can add depth to what you're doing. I don't think you can go out there swinging for, a starter that's going to come in and change the trajectory of your starting lineup. These are guys that can contribute and be part of your depth. And I think that's kind of what we're looking at.
He says depth, I think linemen. Never have enough linemen. I can find probably another back, and I can find another receiver. I can find another defensive back. When you say depth, I think linemen. And, if he's talking about offensive linemen first, that's great. So we'll see what they can add after the spring. But Brian Kelly and the LSU football team continuing with their spring practice.